everybody, Nushi here. We are back with another deck reviews. Now, what are we going to be reviewing today? The Galarian Sirfetch'd theme deck. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the physical product. Ultimately, I was like, would I rather spend 500 coins or $12 in real life? I'm like, yeah. I have 500 coins to spare on the Pokemon TCG. And for those of you who do not know, the theme deck normally it is about around the same price, like card to value wise, as it is buying it. Normally, it tends to be worth a little bit more, so you do get a little bit more for your buck. But ultimately, I was just like, nah. I would probably just stick with it. If for some odd reason we do a theme deck review and the value of the theme deck is less than when you buy it, I'll put it in the review. I'll probably just deduct the point, but it's no biggie. It should normally be relatively around that price, but yeah. Anyways, we got the Galarian Sirfetch'd theme deck review. Now let's hop straight onto it. Alright, so here we are. We are going to take a look at the Galarian Sirfetch'd theme deck. As you can see right here, it's basically an all fighting type theme deck. I don't even think there is there isn't even a Pokemon that isn't fighting type, so let's just take a look. Hippowdon, obviously your heavy hitter. Sudowoodo, double draw mainly. Dugtrio, kind of like that annoying Pokemon with Dig, because the ability for Dig is that, if you flip a coin, if you get heads, then you can't get hurt next turn. So it's basically like that troll Pokemon. You keep going here. Passamine, it basically leaves for Call of Family. Stonjourner, heavy hitter, and Sirfetch'd is the heavy hitters. Let's look at these trainers. They're basic. It's like Turbo Patch, obviously flip a coin to attach a basic energy. So you keep going here. Bebe is super useful to be able to set up energies. Obviously your Birdkeeper, Hops, Professor Researches are all basically used to pick up cards. Sonya and the 18 fighting energies. Now, nothing too special here. Obviously all that basic stuff. So just, if you want to take like a little quick look or whatever. But yeah, so for theme decks, we actually are not going to be doing the test battle just because, basically you're always going to be put up with theme decks. You're not going to be necessarily put up with the biggest of metas. So yeah, so we're not going to be doing any practice battles or, the practice battle that I normally do. You just hop straight into the review. So yeah, let's go straight into this review. Alright, so let's hop straight into this deck reviews for the Galarian Sirfetch'd theme deck. Now, honestly, it's not that bad of a theme deck. Like, there are much worse, but what I've been seeing personally throughout these kind of theme decks here is that they slowly kind of get better, as time goes on. I think they're making them a little bit more usable than the last set, but ultimately, I don't think this is like a theme deck to get still. There are a lot of good theme decks out there, and my personal favorite will always be the Charizard one from Team Up. Obviously, you got the Rillaboom from Rebel Clash and so forth. Like, there are a lot of good theme decks out there, and especially for this theme kind of system that they got, or like, y'all know what I mean, but basically, it's just okay at best. Now, how do you use it? Basically, you have a lot of heavy hitters in there, like your Stonjourner, Hippowdon, and your Galarian Sirfetch'd. Obviously, you have your Diglett to kind of be like a troll once it evolves into Dugtrio and uses Dig. But, it's still a little bit of a pain to set everything up. So, what you basically got to be hoping for here is that you get the Sudowoodo very early on to basically just use that double draw to be able to have everything in your hand. Once you got that, you're going to be using your Bebes to be able to use an extra energy per turn, so you're able to have two. But then on top of that, like, at the very start, you're still going to be wanting to draw as much cards as possible, so you're going to be using your Bird Keepers, your Professor's Research, all the cards that you possibly, there are a lot of those cards in this deck, which is nice, but it still makes it super difficult. For instance, Hippowdon still takes 4 energies to be able to use its big hitter move. Same thing with Stonjourner. Stonjourner is actually 5. Sirfetch'd is only 3, so it's not that big of a deal, but a lot of these cards take more than 1 turn guaranteed to set up. And if you're not set up early on with a Sudowoodo or Passamine, it's going to be very, very hard to be able to get that comeback, because you're not going to be able to have enough cards in your hand to be able to stably, continuously set up your deck and so forth, which makes it very difficult when you're facing your Charizards and so forth, because once the Charizard's set up, for instance, in the team-up deck, it can just continuously keep attacking, whilst the Rillaboom obviously can continue to set up energies, and it's just not ideal. Like, I don't think this deck is bad by any means. Obviously, you have your Turbo Patch actually to be able to make it so you can set up a 3rd one or 4th one, but there's only 2 Turbo Patches. So think about it. The max you could ever put on a Pokemon in this deck is 4 energies on one turn, and 2 of those energies are going to be reliant on luck. So that's just something that I don't like to do, and that's something that I always tell any new TCG player. If you can get a deck that's more towards like skill and so forth, push towards that compared to anything that revolves around luck. Because once you start revolving around luck, is when you're going to be playing a little bit more of a tricky game, because it's going to be a lot harder to set up sometimes. It's going to be a lot harder to do a lot of what your main tactics are going to be. So I don't recommend purchasing this Steam Deck, but the question here is, what grade do I think I'm going to give it? I think I'm going to give it a C. A C sounds right about right. As I said, it's not a bad theme deck. Like, you can pick it up, you can win. Oh, actually, you know what? No. Scratch the C. Let's give it a C plus, because again, it's not a bad theme deck. Like, it's still usable. You're still gonna be able to use it, win some games. It does have its heavy hitters. It does have its purpose. It's just ideally there are a lot better theme decks out there that I would recommend purchasing. So that's just my personal opinion on it, because like there are big hitters in there. There are ways to set it up. Like it does have like a purpose. Like the theme around it is well built, but it's just not super good when it comes to a theme deck, because you face your Charizard, your Rillaboom, and all that stuff again. It's not gonna be the best, and that's basically what I gotta say about this deck, the Galarian Sirfetch'd theme deck. Now, as well, I always do this at the very end, where I do a live portion where y'all can watch me battle, because you can kind of see exactly what's going through my head whilst I'm battling and so forth. So yeah, let's get straight into that live portion. So we're gonna be hopping into a Galarian Sirfetch'd team deck duel right here. It shouldn't be too hectic. Y'all have probably seen the review by now, obviously, as this is like right after. But y'all know that this deck isn't ideal, but I still want to show it to y'all. Like, I don't think it's a bad deck. Obviously, when you're facing a deck like the Dragonite, it's gonna be like a big oof, but in general, it's not the worst. I've played with much worse theme decks. I've obviously played with much better theme decks, but yeah, it's not gonna be the Charizard. Oof. Oof. Nothing I can do. That's all I can really say. Big oof here. Big oof. What's its weakness? You're gonna stay in 20. Oh my fudging gosh. Alright. We got the professor's research here. Okay, so let's start setting up the Hippopotas basically after this. Let's see if we can get a Great Ball. Because we can evolve it. That's great. That's absolutely great. Alright. So, oh wait, we can evolve it now. Bye, Chinchino. I thought we were done goofed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, I think we're screwed. The first hand was just trash, but the professor's research was able to save me. 20. But yeah, let's start setting up the Hippopotas. Evolve it right now. Mud Bomb. Oh, it's still gonna take like 3 turns to KO it. Oof. We'll be fine. We will 100% be A-okay. It's thunderous. Whew. Knuckle Punch. Magic still had Pokemon Catcher. Nah, we're not going to set up another Diglett, but we are definitely going to be doing that. Ooh, flag there. Mud Bomb. There you go. We should be able to KO it next turn. Oh, wait. If it has another energy. If they have another energy. Oof, Doug Trio. It's okay. Hippo down got this. As long as we can get one heads. All we need is one. Set up the Passamine here. One. One! Oh my gosh. Okay, we're good. Fighting energy. Not really. Not feeling that, but I would have loved the fighting energy.
Did I? Okay, they do have an energy. Ugh. Oh, they rage quit. They rage quit. All right. Oof. Anyways, if y'all did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, like, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. That was the live portion of the deck reviews. But yeah, anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.